I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning for the Life in the UK test, part 578, while doing martial arts basic training. And if you participate in the martial arts basic training, that is at your own risk. And that is in the second half of the video, and it are just 4 or 5 little exercises, nothing big. Okay, we have here in this book told that there is the oath of allegiance and the affirmation of allegiance. And people who become new citizens of the United Kingdom are swearing this oath or this affirmation of allegiance to the monarch and his heirs and successors when we are making this citizenship ceremony. And the idea is that we are learning that now. And then we are going to shoot a video. And for people who have just typed in and searching for what is your oath of allegiance or what is your affirmation of allegiance, we have been saying very shortly that some other people who have a citizenship ceremony, and then we're going to quote it and say it. So we want to learn it now. Now I'm going to use, so here said that there should be a useful name, I'm going to use now John. So there is the oath of allegiance and the affirmation of allegiance. We are in this book never told if people have to do both or what the difference is, but it is a bit obvious. The one includes swearing by God, and the other one is without God. So it seems that people have to do one of the two, and it depends on whether they what belief or what they want to use. So there is the oath of allegiance, and that includes the naming of that I, the name, swear by Almighty God, and the other one is I, the name, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that. Now the whole thing is when I, then, for example, John, swear by Almighty God that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III, his heirs and successors, according to law. Now they are word for word exactly the same from the moment they are said, of the moment of that on becoming, of that it's both the same. The first one just said, I, the name, swear by Almighty God, that, and the other one says, I, the name, do solemnly, sincerely and truly declare and affirm that. Okay, first the oath of allegiance. It is then said, on becoming a British citizen. On becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors, according to law. Now, it is not really important for the video, like for the one we're preparing now, for the one we're doing right now, but I don't really understand what it means according to law. I don't know what law. Where is the I don't really understand the part, really. It's not important for the video, but I would say. So, that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful, first faithful. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance. I don't think we have to go through it in detail what it all means. We had it in party, we already had it all. So I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. That's pretty short actually. That's already a half one. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. To King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. That on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III and his successors, his heirs and successors according to law. Okay, I think we already did one video where we told the people what the first verse of the national anthem, God Save the King, is. And I never mentioned it there, and it is not mentioned in the book, but I want to say it a little bit for context, that if I remember correctly, during the time where Queen Elizabeth was, for 70 years or so almost, the text was, God Save our gracious Queen, and then also long live our noble Queen, and God Save the Queen. And also then, I think it was, send him victorious, send her victorious. And I think that also when the oath of allegiance was then to His Majesty Elizabeth II and her heirs. So maybe just if If people don't know it, I heard of it, I don't know it really, but I'm pretty sure about it, that it was when adjusted. It's pretty obvious, but these are words more or less written in stone, so I want to mention here that there is a little difference there. Okay, that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful, that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. Okay, and now the first part is, I, and then the name, swear by Almighty God, that. So just, it's pretty short, swear by Almighty God. And then, that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. The other one is a bit more complex. I, the name, do solemnly, sincerely and truly declare and affirm. Do solemnly, sincerely and truly declare and affirm. Declare and affirm. Yes, that makes sense. Declare and affirm that I do solemnly, sincerely and truly declare and affirm. Declare and affirm. Declare and affirm. Solemnly, sincerely and truly declare and affirm. When I'm becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III, his heirs and successors according to law. Okay, I think we kind of threw over 90%, but we want to have it a little bit more firmer, so we're not going to shoot a video right now, and we don't have the time to do it. Let's look with what it will go on. The system of the government. I don't know what we can say to that. Also not to the Houses of Lords. It is more or less enough what we have here about the House of Lords and the House of Commons, or just the Houses of Parliament. I think it is enough for the Houses of Parliament. We're going to make a video about the Houses of Parliament, where we're saying what we learned here about the House of Commons and about the House of Lords. And that there is the Speaker. Maybe we can look forward and then looking and explaining what the shadow cabinet is. And when we're looking, I don't know if it's a bit complex, but I think we have enough for the government. But you're going to say something about the Houses of Parliament. I don't know if you have enough to make one video about the House of Lords, or the House of Commons. Okay, in the next video we will try to shoot the video where we're going to tell the people what the oath of allegiance or the affirmation of allegiance is, and then going on with something to the government, to the Houses of Parliament. If you're just here for that, to learn for the life in new latest, you can go directly to the next video. We will do now the martial arts basic training. If you participate, it is at your own risk. We're warming a bit up. We're bringing one leg up, and we're pulling the foot down. We're bringing it up, and down, up, down, up, and down. Now the other leg up, and we're bringing the foot up. And we're doing the next exercise, taking the foot at the ankle, and we're making a straight back. We're pointing the knee down, so that we're getting a stretch in the quads actually. Now with the other leg, make a straight back, and bring the knee down, so that you have actually a stretch in the quads. Next exercise, we're going to the side. We're having one leg at the side, and the toes are pointing forward. Creating a stretch here on the inner side of the leg. And the other side. Toes are pointing forward, and we're having a stretch on the inner side of the leg. And now very similar, we're going from one side to the other side. And last two. And we're doing something similar. We're doing lunges. So we're falling in front, doing a lunge down, and going back. Again. And again. And so the last two. And and some kicking exercises. So we bring one leg up and bring it to the outside. We're making 1, 2, 3 steps and we're bringing the other one up. 1, 2, 3, up and over. 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 And let's make the last 2. And now the next exercise, stretch kicks. So have one arm out and kick against it. Hopefully now we're properly warmed up. So one hand out, kick against it. Again, up. You can do 3 steps in a bit. And a few more. And the last 2. And now we're bringing again the knee up to the outside and directly back. Now the other one. Up and back and up and in. And a few times more. And now each leg one more time. And now crescent kicks. So one leg up and down, up, back, up, and in. And now we're doing one more time with each leg. And now side kicks. So one leg to the side and up. Step back, 2, 3, up. 3 to the side, over. Step back, 2 and 3, up. Over. Step back, 2, 3, up. Over. 1, 2, 3, up. Over. And the last 2. And up, we've also already know stretching. We're bringing one leg up, the mushroom, and the pointing one foot down. And the other leg up, point the foot down. And we're doing calf stretches. One leg with the heel into the ground, and we're pulling the toes a bit up. Now bring the foot a bit to the left, but still pull the toes up. Bring the foot to the right, but still pull the toes up. Again into the middle and pull the toes still up. The other leg onto the ground, pull the toes up. Bring the foot to the right, but still pull the toes up. To the left, pull the toes up. To the middle, pull the toes up. And that was martial arts basic training. I thank you very much and until next time.